Steve, how much of your focus at the minute is on what happened last Saturday and how much is what's going to happen next Sunday?
Yeah, pretty much on ourselves at this moment in time. We're addressing things that we need to improve on and studying our tape and our game as opposed to the Australian game. We will move on to them as the week progresses. Jimmy Lowes was out there to watch the game live there yesterday. The rest of us were in transit whilst that game was on, so Jimmy watched the game live and brought back a report from that, and we'll see the footage. But yeah, we'll concentrate on them as the week progresses.
We can't look backwards now. We've got to focus on Australia, and there's a lot of lessons to be learned from the New Zealand game. And once we do the review, I'm sure Macca and Brian Smith will point out the areas we need to improve, but also we can take a lot of positives out of the game. The second half was a lot better, and it just showed you how good we can be. The only thing is now we need to string along an 80-minute performance, and hopefully it's going to be this week.
It was your first test match against the Southern Hemisphere nation. How much tougher was it than playing against someone like France?
Yeah, it's quite a lot tougher, and to be fair, I'm probably marked myself 2 out of 10 from a performance. I let myself down, and I let a lot of the lads down and the coaching staff down, so on a personal note I hope I get the nod this week and can right a few wrongs, but yeah, it's a little bit more physical and the speed was a little bit more intense, but no, I wouldn't say it's greatly different, but you can tell you're playing New Zealand.
You and the boys were pretty low after the defeat in Wellington on Saturday, but wasn't all doom and gloom, was it?
Oh, it's not doom and gloom at all. I think there was a huge sense of disappointment because we never got the victory. And, I think we went into that game looking to perform well, and we thought if we brought our best game that we would go on and win that game. And we were just off playing our best game. There's no two ways about that. And if we had gone out there and played our very, very best and fallen short, then we probably would have had some issues. But to understand the improvement within the group, still what's left, we'll need to do that this week. If we do that, then we'll give ourselves a great chance.
England made a slow start on Saturday against New Zealand. It's important this weekend that you hit the ground running, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. The previous week we hit the ground running and we faded away. This week we're a bit of a slump to start with, and then we found the straps in the second half, and like I said, we need to string together an 80-minute performance, and the previous games could set us in good stead for this week now, and hopefully we can come out all guns blazing and be still all guns blazing come the 79th minute.
You came out second best in a tackle with the goalposts on Saturday. How's the leg?
Yeah, it's pretty sore, but I've looked back, and if I hadn't missed a tackle I wouldn't have been in the situation having to chase back and throw myself at somebody with a goalpost there. So I know personally I need to work on my defence, and if I am selected I'm sure I'm going to be in for a lot of work from the Australians. But yeah, picking a fight with a goalpost is never a clever idea, but to be fair, the actual knock at first, it was pretty painful, but then that went away, and it was the inside of my leg rather than the outside that took the impact. And then a couple of minutes later took a scoot from dummy half, and I got my knee caught under and sprayed my lateral ligaments on my knees, so that's more of a pain than actually wrapping myself around the post. But yeah, it's all part of rugby, and I'm still smiling, and it could have been worse. I remember Amos Roberts earlier in the year getting wrapped around the post and doing quite a lot of damage to his knee, so luckily mine was quite high up towards the hip, so yeah, it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
You're confident you can be fit for Sunday?
Yeah, definitely. I've been telling the medical staff that I'm like Wolverine, so I'd like to think that healed pretty quick, and I just hope that my performance at the weekend hasn't dampened my chances of being selected, because I'd like to right a few wrongs, and I don't want that to be the game against New Zealand my memory of this Four Nations. And if I do get the chance, without sounding arrogant or cocky, I'll do England, and I do myself, and I do Steve Mack proud.
So that Michael Shenton won't play this weekend with ankle ligament damage. Is that an opportunity for someone new to go into the squad?
Yeah, it is. It can give someone a chance. Someone's, and in Michael's case this time, a very disappointing injury. It was tremendously tough in terms of how he coped with that injury in the second half. He carried it throughout the whole second half. The scans have shown he's got some pretty serious damage in there in terms of what will be available for this week. but his misfortune gives another young player and another exciting young player, whichever way we go, an opportunity to play this week.
It's not as if you're short of options, is it?
No, we've obviously got Tony Clubb and Leroy Cudjoe. We're pretty much adapt to playing in those positions, and Gareth Widdop moved there for us at the weekend. Joel Tompkins, who's covered that position for Wigan a lot this season, and played a big part in the grand final playing in the centre position. So we've got some options.